If this looks anything like the renders on the box, I mean, this is probably going to be one of the best things Hasbro's ever made, at least in Power Rangers. Let's open it. Well, of course, before we open it, I get excited, okay? So there are there are accessories, and I like it when there are accessories. What I don't like is how this tape clearly, it was like, what? Come on, with the tape. Anyway, Unboxed collectors, probably not fans, it seems to discolor. It's already turning a little bit yellow. But there you go. You got a figure that might look as good as the renders, and if it does, then it's basically our memory. That's an interesting choice for the box art. I like box art. That one's different. So maybe sometimes it's okay when we don't know who's on the box. We have basic crap on the bottom, we don't care. What is there to look at? Nothing. Well, nothing. I kind of want some Power Rangers to compare this to, but I don't have any. I know. I just, you know my love for Hasbro, which is like it doesn't exist. I want to like them. What's the retail price of this thing? I don't know. Looks like this thing was about $34 when it came out, which is probably what the price is now because it just got shipped to me thanks to our friend Vex, or Vexdoppel, or Vexdoppelganger, depending on where you're at and you're following him at. But he is a member of the channel. He is having a good time in the Discord. He's a good dude, so go join the Discord and be friends with him. So that's what's in the box, right? Plastic free. I don't know why the green was that's a it's a disgusting choice. But you get the paper we don't care about. Nothing in the centerpiece. This is just a very large box for really no reason. That's it. The box size is like something you would do for like a 2-pack, but you just get a 1-pack. So she's wrapped in her paper as Hasbro's been doing. Of course, the plastic windows have returned. All of this is kind of going away. You got to put a little work in there to see what these things look like. They're not bags now. I guess they're just wrapped, or at least it's a combination. No tape on the bags. Such weird choices from Hasbro. Ugh, awful. Paper on microphone, always good. Let's get her out of there. At least it's Power Ranger themed paper. Okay, there we go. This is like a very boring unboxing segment, but we get some faceplates, what's a hard sometime for me. We get some faceplates, which seems like this is pretty uncommon for Hasbro. For Hasbro, right? Seems to be more of like a SH Figuarts and that kind of thing, but it's smart. Obviously, it makes sense when you don't want to replace an entire head constantly. You like have 3 of these heads. That'd be silly. So this is a smart choice. This cloth thing, no, it's kind of good, but so baggy that it makes me think of puts it into more of a doll category than an action figure category. But I do like soft goods, so let's just kind of stick with it for a minute. I wish that was some kind of fabric-y thing or whatever. Let's jump into her details because it looks really good. It looks great. How is this possible? How did they nail this figure? I don't understand. There's like, what's Hasbro? How come you're not consistent with this stuff? This looks great. I'm still kind of not 100% sure how I feel about the soft goods. She's all kinds of wonky in this thing going on right now. This is, I'm gonna say it right now, a must for your Power Rangers collection. This is, I'm so confused why it's good. It's Hasbro. I don't and it generally end there's the reviews being happy about it, but this is great. Okay, so gushing. Let's look at this thing, the scepter. I don't remember what she called it. It's been so long, okay? And I enjoyed the show when I was a kid. So you get this thing, the lightning effect, which I always like when there are effects. Lightning seems to be a pretty common one for Hasbro to put into stuff. Same thing with Lord Zed, which I did a review on. You can watch that. It wasn't mine, so I don't have it here to compare. I'm sorry. So what do we get for extra hands? You get this gripping hand for the staff with some fine, decent work there. Nothing particularly special. You get a fist because, you know, Rita was always punching people. No. Then you got this hand, which is not too shabby. I wonder if there's somebody out there that makes a robot face for her as like a third-party thing, so that you can make her the version for the Netflix movie that came out. But here you go, the kind of happy mouth open face, classic Rita laughing at the Power Rangers and their shenanigans. And then you get this, which is her. She's a little worried. Uh-oh. Or maybe she's about to cry or make a little poopy or something, and she's having a hard time. I mean, we've all been there. We know that. We've been there. But she comes by default with another gripping hand here and an open hand here. So this is, wow. Wowzers, as I say. So the head articulation, let's see, you get a pretty good. I mean, it can go up, just even with this thing on her back or around her neck or whatever, the collar. Not a whole lot of articulation in the head, which I guess, you wouldn't really need her to have a lot of articulation, because she didn't really ever do anything in that sense. What do we have under here? It's probably some reused parts from some other character, but to look at the articulation, there's like extra panel pieces here. I don't know what's going on. Is that just exposed stuff because it comes from some other character that has a belt or something? Look at that. You can kind of see that like indentation here. I thought maybe they were just like movable parts, but they're not. So you get this kind of upper torso section. There's no waist articulation, but that's fine. And then of course the standard all the way down through the legs. Arms, I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's try to get a look at that. So single joint on the elbows, which again, for a figure like her, I think it's fine. The cloth is just gonna make some challenges trying to figure out where your joints and stuff are turned. What were the legs? Double jointed knees, which is good. And then the boot rotates, and then standard ankle. So this is so good. I'm so surprised. Now, what's the easy way to get her face off? Just fingernail under the chin, it looks like. Simple. We can get this faceplate in. It works so well. Look at how instantly satisfying that is to see her with these different expressions. This is the way to do it. And the fact she has all these hands, like this is crazy, because Hasbro's generally such a pain in the butt trying to get them to give you some accessories. So why does she suddenly have all these basic accessories like extra hands, and you can't get that with other characters that are fighting and like Luke Skywalker? So anything Black Series is such a challenge to get. Let's see, let's take this hand off. Feels like a little tight. I am kind of worried about a peg snapping right now, but we got to dedicate our time to do this. There we go. That is a really, really long peg. I didn't even think about that when I was looking at the hands a second ago. So just definitely be careful with those, because they did seem dangerous, a little dangerous trying to get that out of her arm. So I really hope that one doesn't break, especially since it's not mine. But here she is. She does have a hard time holding this staff because the grip isn't great. Like her thumb placement is just a little loose, so you kind of get this like wobbly effect going on in there. But yeah, I mean, once you get her in pose, you can, I guess, keep it wherever you need it. Good pointing hand, gotta have that. But I think, as much as I love this faceplate, I think the laughing one is superior for her, because she always thinks she's got the upper hand and she's doing something. She's gonna wait until the end to make somebody as big as a city, instead of just being like, why don't I just make them giant now? Or why don't the Power Rangers just get giant now and then fight the little guy and just be like, pick him up and be like, what's it? We won that fast. Because it would have been a short, boring episode, and it wouldn't have been as it wouldn't have been as successful. But the head, basic ball joint, nothing special going on in there. Came off a little easier than I thought it would, considering it doesn't need to come off. But this is fantastic. I'm really impressed with this thing. How does this go on? So according to the box, they kind of have it. I don't know. It kind of looks like it's like that on the box. It's a little hard to tell, but it doesn't necessarily, like this little loop thing, I thought maybe was supposed to specifically go around the staff. But at the end of the day, just get it on there. You know what I mean? Just have some fun with it. Doesn't need to go on in any particular way other than how you feel it works. So yeah, just get it on there, have some fun, enjoy the lightning effect. I'd probably leave it off, to be honest. I kind of liked it better without it. But overall, this is a great figure. I mean, is it worth the $34? I mean, if you love this line, this is definitely one of the best things Hasbro's produced in a while, especially at that price point. I mean, would it have been cool to add in something extra, like maybe some, oh, I don't know, some like little mini things that she turns into whatever, was it the clay that she put into this? I don't remember, but there's got to be like little tiny accessory pieces to help do like set building that would have been really cool. But yeah, go get this thing. I don't know. Well, there's nothing else to say. Let's just jump into the posing segment to have a little fun. And don't forget to watch the video at the end of this one. I'm going to link the Lord Zed one, so you can watch that and see how that one holds up, because it's not quite as impressive as this one. If you're enjoying this video, then consider hitting the subscribe button. Generally, about 50% of people that watch are not subscribed. And if you keep coming back, why not just tap that button? We'll see you next time.